I had 200 crumpled receipts in a shoebox. Tax deadline was 3 weeks away. So I let AI handle all of them. It took 5 minutes. Here's what happened. If you're a freelancer or small business owner, you know the drill. You stuff receipts in a drawer. You tell yourself you'll organize them later. Later never comes. Then tax season hits and you're sitting at your kitchen table sorting through a pile of faded paper, squinting at smudged ink, typing numbers into a spreadsheet one by one. Pause. The average solopreneur spends about 10 hours a month on bookkeeping. That's over 100 hours a year. Most of that time goes to one thing, data entry. Reading a receipt, typing the date, the vendor, the amount, picking a category. Over and over. But here's what's changed. AI receipt scanners don't just take a photo anymore. They actually read the receipt, pull out every detail, and sort it into the right category. No templates. No manual rules. Just point, scan, done. Let me show you exactly how this works. I grabbed 200 real receipts from the last 3 months. Coffee shops, office supplies, software subscriptions, Uber rides, client lunches, the works. Some were crispy thermal paper. Some were crumpled. A few were barely readable. First up, Dext, which used to be called Receipt Bank. It's one of the most popular tools for small businesses. You open the app, point your phone camera at a receipt, and snap a photo. But here's the trick most people miss. You don't have to do them one at a time. Pause. I laid out receipts in rows on my desk and used Dext's multi-capture mode. 12 receipts per batch. The AI processed each one in about 2 seconds. It pulled the vendor name, total amount, date, tax amount, and even the payment method. For a coffee shop receipt that was half faded, it still got the amount right. After 15 minutes, all 200 receipts were scanned. But here's where it gets interesting. Dext automatically categorized 87% of them correctly. Office supplies went to office expenses. Uber rides went to travel. Client dinners went to meals and entertainment. The remaining 13% just needed a quick tap to fix the category. Now let's compare. I timed myself doing the same thing manually. Typing in receipt details one by one into a spreadsheet. After 30 minutes, I'd done 22 receipts. At that pace, all 200 would take about 4.5 hours. Dext is great, but it's not free. So I tested 2 other options. Verify is built for developers, but they've got a slick app too. What makes it different is the detail it pulls. It doesn't just grab the total. It reads every line item. So if you bought 3 things at Staples, it'll list all 3 separately. That's useful if you need to split expenses across projects or clients. I ran the same 200 receipts through Verify. It was slightly slower, about 20 minutes total, but the line item detail was impressive. It even caught a receipt where the tax was calculated wrong by the restaurant. Honestly, didn't expect that. Pause. Now, if you want something free, here's a scrappy approach that actually works. Take photos with your regular phone camera. Upload them to Google Drive. Then use a Google Sheets add-on with AI, or even just ChatGPT, to extract the data. I tested this with 50 receipts. I uploaded the photos and asked ChatGPT to extract vendor, date, amount, and category from each image. It worked for about 80% of them. The faded ones gave it trouble. It's slower and less polished, but it costs nothing. Here's a quick breakdown. Dext runs about $25 a month. Verify starts at $30. The DIY method with ChatGPT costs whatever you're already paying for a subscription. For someone doing this once a month with under 50 receipts, the free route works fine. Over 50, a dedicated tool pays for itself in time saved. Alright, let's be real about what these tools can and can't do. They're excellent at reading clean, printed receipts. Standard format, black ink on white paper. That's the easy stuff. Where they struggle is handwritten receipts, heavily faded thermal paper, and anything in a foreign language that mixes character sets. They also don't replace an accountant. These tools organize your data. They get it into a spreadsheet or sync it to QuickBooks. But they don't file your taxes. They don't tell you what's deductible. You still need a human for the judgment calls. Pause. The other thing worth knowing, the category suggestions get better over time. When you correct one, the AI learns. After about 2 months of corrections, Dext was hitting around 95% accuracy for my specific expenses. That's better than most humans doing manual entry while distracted. One more thing. All 3 options I showed can export to QuickBooks, Xero, or a plain CSV. So whatever your accountant uses, the data flows right in. No retyping. So here's the bottom line. If you're spending more than an hour a month on receipt entry, AI tools will give you that time back. For most freelancers, Dext is the easiest starting point. If you need line item detail, go with Verify. If you're on a tight budget, the phone camera plus ChatGPT method works for smaller volumes. The real win isn't just speed. It's that your books stay current. No more end-of-year panic. No more guessing what that $47 charge was from last July. Pick one method. Try it with your next 20 receipts. You'll know in 10 minutes if it works for you. If this was helpful, subscribe for more plain English breakdowns of AI tools that actually save time. Next week, we're looking at AI that handles your customer service questions while you sleep.